Founded in 2015, Raw Fury has earned a solid reputation for championing indie studios unafraid to experiment with various genres, storytelling, and gameplay mechanics. The publisher has backed everything from narrative-driven adventures to tactical deck builders, and you can bet that whatever they're a part of will be a unique experience. Recently, we had the opportunity to play 4 of Raw Fury's in-development games ahead of their release, and we broke down our early impressions and what you might expect from each title when they release later this year. Set in the sprawling estate of Mount Holly, Blueprints marries board games and video games by utilizing first-person puzzle solving, strategic planning, and environmental exploration, but the gameplay speaks for itself. Each day, you can only take a limited number of steps through a mansion maze, enough to gather resources, tackle different puzzles, and maybe uncover more of the lore's secret history. Fun enough, there are plenty of secrets hinted by the developer beyond the mansion, yet everything ties together for an engaging play loop, from what I played of course. Rooms are constantly shifting and the estate resets every time you end your day, whether that's by self-admission or a lack of footsteps remaining, so the progress you manage to lock in feels all the more important. What struck me was the careful balance between resource management and exploration. You never know whether drawing a room card might reward you with useful items or add fresh complications to your journey. Between the puzzle mechanics, the pressure of daily resets, and subtle hints about the mansion's mystery, Blueprints appears poised to offer a thoughtful experience filled with atmospheric tension and layered discovery. A medieval spin on the turn-based formula from fights in tight spaces, Knights in tight spaces challenges you to assemble a party, build powerful decks, and seize tactical advantages on a grid-based battlefield. On top of card mechanics, you'll manage map navigation, party composition, and storyline decisions that can influence your run. During my hands-on, it was immediately clear how much depth the game has and how pivotal positioning and card play order is in each encounter. You might strike a fragile enemy or maneuver them into an environmental hazard for extra damage, or an instant elimination, adding some extra smiles to the combat. Keeping track of momentum and combo points, a mechanic of the game, adds another layer of complexity and difficulty that veterans of this genre might appreciate. Nobody likes easy games, mostly speaking for myself here. Environments are also pleasantly dynamic, allowing the player to turn the battlefield 90 degrees, revealing ways to tackle your enemy that aren't visible from other angles. For example, a window or fireplace might have been hidden from the default angle, where these objects or obstacles can be used in battle. It's an interesting way to force the player to engage with the game on a deeper level, and not to mention, the art looks phenomenal and fresh. The game immediately struck me as artistic, fresh, and a testament to taking risks in the industry. If you're looking for a deck builder that merges puzzle-like battles with stylish animated flair, this has plenty of potential. Inspired by classic third-person survival horror, Post-Trauma transforms you into an eerie, unfamiliar world with sinister architecture and creatures. You play as Roman, a train conductor who walks in this twisted reality after a panic attack. The fixed cinematic camera angles and methodical pacing evoke nostalgia with a taste of cinematography, while Unreal Engine 5's capabilities add a layer of AAA polish, even though the development team is relatively small. Quite the turnaround if you ask me. In my brief session, the game maintained a constant sense of tension, and even got me to jump scare once or twice, but in a more subtle way. The game was playing with my mind from the jump, and Post-Trauma did a great job of setting a scene early. Limited resources and careful exploration kept me on the edge, reminiscent of those early horror staples that revolve around puzzle solving and item management. Whether battling foes head-on or sneaking around looking for the next route, Post-Trauma aims to recreate the feeling of being alone in a hostile place. Craftlings channels the spirit of 90s strategy and city-building games, with pixel art charm and a focus on laid-back exploration, a great game to automate as well, allowing people to live their lives with Craftlings by your side. You'll oversee a band of dedicated Craftlings who gather resources, make buildings, or generate production chains across multiple strategic levels. As your settlement grows, you unlock more complex structures like farms, barracks, and even a coliseum to protect your villagers from lurking threats. Although primarily a building and management title, Craftlings introduces moments of tension through turn-based skirmishes, which is a nice mix of the mellow simulation and occasional bursts of frantic action, likely to appeal to fans of classic RTS titles and modern resource management sims alike. Or even cozy game lovers can find joy here, as the game has some speed controls to play at your own pace. And that's a wrap on our sneak peek at these 4 upcoming Raw Fury titles. Whether you're ready to puzzle your way through haunted hallways, get your hands on some medieval deck building action, or just kick back and manage some quirky little creatures, there's something here for everyone. Let me know in the comments which one you're most excited to play, or if you already got a favorite, please let us know. And remember, these games are still in the works. Thanks for watching. Noisy Pixel is a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all of our future content, and don't forget to check out our Patreon to support independent game journalism. See ya, nerds.
Noisy Pixel.